Hey, this is B from Kongs R Us, and I love all the Godzilla mods I've done, but I gotta do one more. Alright, we're back with another installation tutorial. This time it's Stern's latest expression speaker lighting kit. This is for Spike 2 Pros and Premiums, and the nice thing is that they are backwards compatible with a couple of different machines. So Godzilla was one of the first machines they released that was backwards compatible with expression lighting. This is exciting because there were no expression lights modded available before, but now you can add this in. It's $200 through Stern's website or your distributors. I do think it's a little bit expensive for what you get, but it is the price for Stern accessories these days. Coming inside the box, you get the light ring kits. These are the actual LEDs that we're going to install over the speakers. We get some brand new mounting plates as well that we're going to be mounting. Here are the light diffusers that they provide, and this is probably one of my initial early gripes, is that these are just round speaker diffusers for the light rings, but unlike Jaws and John Wick, there's no fun little kind of image there of something that matches the machine. I would have loved if Stern, for their different machines, provided diffusers that match the Godzilla theme or, you know, whatever they release in the future. So that kind of sucks. I think the modding community will find a way to make diffusers that match the artwork itself, but for now, it's just gonna be the outside ring. Additionally, you're gonna get a brand new light node to be able to install and to be able to kind of drill some new holes into the side of your speaker back box. They provide this guide for you to be able to attach this. Lastly, you got all your connecting cables as well as some screws and Ferrite cables. All right, first we're gonna remove the existing plate with the speakers using a 5/16 nut driver. Next, use a Phillips head screwdriver to unscrew these bolts here. They are a little bit tight, so make sure you get in there with enough pressure to turn them and loosen them out. Okay, now we're gonna remove the old mounting plate as well as the foam. So carefully take this out, place it to the side. We won't be using it anymore. Next, we're gonna put the brand new mounting plates that they provide you and reinstall it, and then screw everything back down into place. Next, we're gonna add the light diffuser. So I recommend moving this ground cable up a little bit first so that you can get it down. Then you can move it back down and tighten it back up. Next, we're gonna attach the LED light ring to the speaker itself. Make sure both cables are facing in a down position, line up the holes, and then we have these black little bolts here that we're gonna soak through on the front side. And then on the back side, we have one of these washers and then a nylon nut to put it into place. So repeat with all four corners. Might be difficult to tighten these up, so grab a wrench to hold it down and then use your Phillips to tighten it down. Now that we have the speaker mounted to the light ring, we're gonna attach it to the mounting plate here and secure it down with extra washers and nuts. Now repeat that whole process on that side. Okay, we replaced both sides of the speakers. Now we're gonna reconnect the actual original speaker here. And then they provide this splitter cable to plug in the LED light. So the long cable is gonna go on this side, the right speaker. And then we're gonna connect that. We're gonna zip tie this down to the middle. And then this cable end is gonna go to the left side. Speaker is connected here, and we can route this cable to the node board once we get it installed. Next, we're gonna mount the speaker light node, and they provide this piece of acrylic to help you space out and drill pilot holes here. And so they tell you to just screw in the holes, but I'm gonna use a drill and just kind of mark this with pilot holes. I'd rather do this to make sure that my screws go in pretty easily. So there aren't any pilot holes already here. So you will have to be modifying your pinball machine and putting some holes into the cabinet that weren't there previously. Next, we have our node board here, and we have one of the cable clamps that we're gonna just mount here, as well as using a 1/4-inch nut driver as well. We're gonna take this in here, line it up, and secure one corner. Make sure it's not too tight. And then we'll install the rest of the 4 nuts. Okay, next we're gonna relocate this node bus cable, the leftmost cable that's going into here. So we gotta make sure we undo it into these sections, and we're going to carefully make sure this goes down into the lower node port here. See if there's enough slack there. There. Then we're gonna take your other Cat 6 cable here that they provide, node bus cable, put it into the top one. I'm gonna reroute it through that same section and plug it back into the left node port on your CPU board. Next is the 48-volt power cable. So we're gonna take the one end, plug it into the actual node bus there on top. And then here, we're gonna find where it actually has the topper installation. I already have a topper installed here, so we're gonna unplug the topper. And we're gonna plug in the first cable here directly into the main Backbox power supply. And then we're gonna take the topper, if you have one, and then plug it into the splitter cable here. Once you have everything down, you can kind of tidy things up. And lastly, we're going to install the power from the LED lights into the node board here. Lastly, we're going to install these EMI ferrite clamps over the 2 node bus cables, the Cat6 cables, and then this power cable to the LEDs right here. So if you do this in between the board here, this should stay nice and tight. Let's close it up and turn it on. All right, moment of truth. Let's turn on the machine and see if everything lights up. So that was a pretty quick install. Just take your time. There's just a lot of different washers and nuts to reinstall. And hopefully the new code that you've updated will make the speaker expression lights work perfectly with the machine. I am curious to know if this will work with non-updated coded machines. I have my Foo Fighters and Star Wars. I hope to get expression lights for those too, but I really wish they would make custom light diffusers that have something Godzilla. So I'm hoping somebody in the mod community makes a custom light diffuser that we can add in here with some sort of Godzilla image. All right, it's doing an updated node board runtime. Updates has been successful, and there it is. LED speaker lights are now in action. So there it is, Godzilla is up and running. If I hit the start button, you can see that it's actually moving in tune with the actual game itself. So let's just do a little bit of quick gameplay so you can see what the speakers look like during gameplay.
Use the ramps to light down. Radar indicates crossing the area. Godzilla is heading towards the bridge. Inhabitants of Earth, we are the X-Clears. Surrender and become a colony of planet X. Towards the bridge. Godzilla is approaching the power lines. There is massive destruction everywhere. Shoot the through. Ball 1 locked. Godzilla swatted that jet out of the sky. Godzilla is coming this way! Power up his leg! Godzilla multi-ball.
All right, so final thoughts on the speaker expression lighting kit. I do like that the fact this is backwards compatible with older games. They first did it with Godzilla and a few others. Can't wait for them to do it with other games so I can get it installed with my Foo Fighters or Star Wars. Do I think it's worth $200 though? Personally, I don't think so. I think one of the things they really missed out was the light diffuser with the image there, so I'm hoping that can be fixed because it just looks like a giant circle there. I do like that it's integrated and the lights do work with the different modes. Playing that one mode with Godzilla multi-ball and having the green flashing, it's nice that it's integrated. You get some extra expression lights, but mods are a thing and I absolutely love them. I have all the mods on my Godzilla. Can't wait to do a few more. The Stumbler building is still missing for the back there in my latest greatest. Check out the Atomic Godzilla 2 mod for the topper. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel and we'll see you next time.